So I thought I would share my method for making cream of celery soup. It's one of my favorites. It's really tasty and healthy, but not if you get kidney stones. If you get kidney stones, don't eat a lot of celery or many other things. But anyways, I got some celery. You can use organic, but I didn't have organic. I just have regular celery. I washed it really well, sliced it up. I cut off the ends on both ends. I leave some of the leaves. As you can see, there's some leaf there. I leave some of the leaves. It's up to you if you want to do that or how much. Ugh, steam. And I added in a nice big bay leaf. Good grief, gotta stay back. Bay leaf, and I put some organic parsley, dried parsley. I put some onion powder. You can put garlic too if you like garlic. I can't have garlic. I put some pepper, put some sea salt. I put 3 bullion cubes. I use this bullion. Whoops. It's my favorite because it doesn't have MSG and stuff in it. Everyone has their own preference, but I prefer that one. And so yeah, you just cook it up and start. And I put, oh, geez, here we go again. I put a little bit of margarine. You can put butter, but I don't really get to have butter very much because I can't have lactose. And my goat butter is $8.50 for half a pound. So yeah, can't buy that either. But anyways, I'm sweating it. I had a lid on it. Sometimes I keep the lid on. This is the only lid I have that fits this pan. It's a one size fits all. I've had it forever, as you can see, but I love it because it fits like any size pan. So I let it sweat. It's on medium-high heat. So I'm sweating out the celery. And then once the celery starts to soften really good, you can tell it starts to change color. It becomes more opaque. And I did soak, when I chopped up the celery and washed it, I did soak it for a few minutes just to make sure it wasn't dried out. If your celery is really dry, you can soak it for a few hours to give it a little more plumpness, make it juicy. You can't really tell. This didn't look dry until I cut it, and some of it was a little dried out. But anyways, once it gets really soft, then I'm going to add plant milk. You can use regular milk if you want. I have this from Grocery Outlet, hemp original milk. I probably got it for $1 or $2, which is a good deal. Shake it up real good because it's got solids in there and you don't want it to be separated. So I'll pour some of that in there, probably enough to like just barely cover. I want it to be a little bit soupy. I don't want it to be too thick. And once I cook it a little longer with the milk in it, I'll let it cool down for a few minutes, and then I'll stick it in my Vitamix blender. Oh, do not forget to remove your bay leaf. The little leaf that I have down in here somewhere. See it down there? You don't want to leave that in there. No, do not leave that in there. Do not eat that. Ugh. So anyways, the bay leaf is good. It gives it a little extra flavor. It's just not the same without the bay leaf. I don't know why. So I'll add the milk, and then carefully add it to the blender. Usually 1 head of celery will fit in my Vitamix. If I make 2 heads of celery, which I've done before, I might have to puree it in separate batches. It's up to you how much you want to puree it. If you want it a little bit chunky, and also before or after you puree it, you can add a little bit of celery salt or celery seeds. I don't know where I put them right now. The celery seed is a nice addition also. Some people just like to put it on top when they eat it. When it's done, I like to eat it with a little bit of, I sprinkle Parmesan cheese on top when I eat it. I like Parmesan on everything. But yeah, and you can store it in the fridge for a few days. You can put it in Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer and use it later in recipes like tuna rice casserole, whatever you use cream of celery soup for. I like it way better than the stuff in the can. I mean, the canned stuff has its own good taste, but this way I know what's in it. No wheat, no dairy, no chemicals, no preservatives. Except for maybe a little bit from the bouillon, but I don't worry about that. I'm still here. So anyways, that's my cream of celery soup recipe. Just kind of throw in what you want. Make sure you don't overdo it on the salt. You can always add more salt later. If you add too much salt in the beginning, you can't really take it away. You can make it taste really too strong. So always be careful with your salt. But other than that, have fun. Enjoy your soup. The other really good easy soup I love to make is cream of asparagus. You just steam your asparagus, put in a little salt, pepper, butter. You can put the bouillon. You puree it with the plant milk in the blender, and it is delicious.